Hello, and thank you for joining us on this Christmas evening. Merry Christmas to you and your family. I'm Jurnee Taylor in for Faith and Roley, and here's a look at some of the stories we're following today. After months of recovery, a former officer that survived a car crash celebrates becoming an Arkansas State Trooper. Plus, a new ceasefire proposal comes amid one of the deadliest strikes since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. In 4 minutes, more with how Israel is responding. And now that the presents have been opened, you can put that leftover paper to good use. Later, tips on properly recycling everything those presents came in. While holidays can be a special time for families, but for those who are grieving, it can also be a lonely time. For the Edwards family, there is only one gift they want for the holidays: closure. THV 11's Rebecca Brown shares their story.
I'm just asking, please, for Christmas, this Christmas, next Christmas, but this Christmas, if possible, just give us what we need. I just want to know what happened to my father.
Holidays aren't the same for Rose Edwards and her family. For nearly 2 decades, there has been a hole in Rose's heart from mourning the loss of her father, Forrest Edwards.
People don't understand that even though it's been 19 years, it feels like it's 19 seconds because the pain doesn't go away.
Rose says her father was killed in his home on October 3rd, 2004 in Star City, Arkansas. Along with the grief the killing has left Rose with unanswered questions on who and why anyone would want to kill her father.
My father was a good man, and he didn't deserve any of this, and he would have given you the shirt off of his back. He would have. And I would love, when I hear Luther Vandross's son dance with my father again, that it no longer makes me cry because I got the answers I need.
Since Edwards' case is over 3 years, it has turned into a cold case where investigators here at ASP are working day and night to solve it.
I'll get a text on Christmas, no doubt, from Rose Johnson, whose father, Forrest Edwards, was murdered in Star City in 2004. There is no doubt that I'm going to get a text from her. She has missed countless Christmases. He wasn't at her wedding. He didn't see her, kids grow up. And she's obviously affected by that. And her gentle reminders to me won't let me forget that his case is still unsolved.
But despite the circumstances, Rose just wants her father to be remembered on how he was and will always be.
Just being goofy and just being silly and just laughing. His laugh was infectious. And I miss that. I miss the laugh. I miss his voice. I mean, it's in my head forever, but it'd be nice to hear him call me by my name.
And as the years pass, the push for answers never wearies.
As long as I have breath in me, I'm going to stay here and fight until somebody tell me what happened. But I forgave them already. I want justice, but I forgave you.
In Little Rock, Rebecca Brown, THV 11 News.
Well, if you know anything regarding this case, you're asked to reach out to the Criminal Investigation Division at Arkansas State Police.
Merry Christmas, Arkansas. I hope you've been enjoying a great day with your friends and family. Yesterday, it did not feel like Christmas out there. Temperatures warmed up into the 60s. We had a cold front make its way through late last night, early this morning, and the temperatures have been dropping. So it is 46 right now in the capital city, 41 in Russellville, 37 in Fayetteville, 45 in Camden. But that's only half the story because we've got those winds, gusty at times, from the west, about 10 to as high as 20 miles per hour. So here's what you want to prepare for if you're headed outside, maybe checking out the Christmas displays across central Arkansas. Temperatures feeling like 36 in Russellville, 39 is what it feels like in Arkadelphia. Feels like 36 in Searcy. We got clouds out there, but it will stay dry through the rest of the evening into tonight, and these clouds will get out of here late tonight, and that will allow the temperatures to drop down. Back to work on your Tuesday. It'll be chilly. Temperatures starting out into the 20s for many areas. We'll go for a low of 32 here in the metro. And then tomorrow, expect more sunshine, and it will be a warmer day. Highs low to mid 50s, but the sun will disappear for the middle part of the work week. Along with that, there's potential maybe a little bit of winter weather for parts of the state. I'll let you know who has that small chance coming up.
And they're developing story tonight. Pine Bluff Police is searching for the suspects in the motive in a Christmas Eve killing. Just after 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve, Pine Bluff PD responded to a shooting call near 14th and Blake. When they arrived, they found shell casings and blood, but no victim. A short time later, 41-year-old William Earl Burnett was admitted to Jefferson Regional Medical Center with a gunshot wound. He would later die from his injuries. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to contact Pine Bluff Police. A former police officer is getting a chance at pursuing his dream of becoming a state trooper after surviving an on-duty crash from a motorcycle chase. In September of 2022, Trey Davis was an officer with the Bryant Police Department when he tried to stop a motorcycle. After the driver failed to stop, a chase ensued. That's when Davis lost control of his vehicle, striking a tree. He suffered multiple injuries, including a broken pelvis, which required about 3 months in a wheelchair. Shortly after the crash, Davis was accepted as a recruit to become a state trooper within the same month of that crash, which led Davis to the next chapter of his life, which was recovery.
It's something I've dreamed about for a long time, and then after the wreck, I want to say that I was confident I knew the whole time, but I also was trying to be realistic that this may not be a possibility.
Well, all Davis's hard work paid off as Davis graduated as a state trooper on December 21st, joining over 50 recruits who graduated that day. He said he couldn't have accomplished this without the help of his family, law enforcement family, and friends. Well, today, Israel's prime minister announced the country will expand its ground offensive in Gaza in the coming days, despite growing international pressure to stop the fighting. The comments came the same day Egypt made a proposal to end the war. Erica Brown reports from Washington.
Medical officials in the Hamas-controlled Gaza Strip say the death toll from an Israeli airstrike Sunday has climbed to more than 100, many of them women and children, making it one of the deadliest airstrikes since the start of the war. Israel said it was reviewing the incident. On Monday, Israel released footage of what it says are Israeli soldiers conducting an offensive against Hamas fighters hiding inside schools in Gaza, recovering dozens of weapons and explosive devices in United Nations bags. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced his plans to expand the ground offensive in Gaza in the coming days, despite growing international pressure for a ceasefire and mounting Israeli troop casualties. Netanyahu's announcement came shortly after Egypt, with the help of Qatar, presented a ceasefire proposal that would include a phased hostage release and the creation of a new Palestinian government. In Bethlehem, worshipers attended a Christmas Mass at the Church of the Nativity. But the war in nearby Gaza has led to the cancellation of many festivities in the town known as Jesus' birthplace.
I would give every ounce of my freedom as an American for Palestine to be free.
In the heart of Manger Square, a nativity scene with baby Jesus born amid rubble and barbed wire is on display as a symbol of solidarity with the people of Gaza. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
Well, as Christmas is celebrated around the world, leaders are marking the day with messages of peace, while others have found some far-out festive ways to have a Merry Christmas. Pope Francis made an appeal for global peace during a time of war between Israel and Hamas. Meanwhile, in Britain, King Charles III and members of the royal family attended Christmas morning mass. The king delivered his second Christmas message since the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II.
Many of the festivals of the great religions of the world are celebrated with a special meal, a chance for family and friends to come together across generations, the act of sharing food adding to conviviality and togetherness.
Well, President Biden is spending the day with family at Camp David, while Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to make phone calls to troops. One group remembered by many this Christmas are children. Hours ago, Arkansas stopped the violence, embarked once again on a 16-year mission to make sure kids around Central Arkansas get new bikes for Christmas. Each year, Reverend Benny Johnson and a dedicated group of volunteers work to collect funds and bike donations. The group says they've been doing this work for many years, all in an effort to bring smiles to families while supporting the group's message, Stop the Violence in the Community.
Been doing this since 1991, 32 years. And we're an organization that we fight against the violence that's going on in the city, bringing awareness to the city. Go to city board meetings and tell them, look here, we need this community upgraded because we're losing too many people to senseless violence.
Well, today, Arkansas Stop the Violence says that more than 400 bikes were delivered to happy kids around Central Arkansas. And as the Christmas season comes to an end, the Little Rock Compassion Center is still dedicated to helping people in need in Central Arkansas. The center will continue serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. They've been working since last week, getting meals ready with more and more people showing up this time of year. Now, to meet the great need this season, the organization is still also accepting donations of money, food, clothing, and hygiene products. They can be dropped off at the Compassion Center. But coming up, a grandfather gets a new heart and a new chance at life right before the holidays. We'll take a look at his amazing story and why he's heading back to the hospital for Christmas.
And if Santa brought you a new heavy coat, a beanie, or some gloves, you'll have plenty of opportunity to test them out because we've got some cold mornings ahead. The daytime highs, they're up, they're down, they're all around. I'll have that forecast coming up.